What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Kamala Harris had a complete meltdown today at her Michigan rally. We're going to jump into that. That is sparking a lot of conversation, considering the fact almost 92% of her staff left their job during her 3 years as sitting on the cabinet. We're going to jump into this video. Actually, before we do that, shout out to everybody watching. Thank you so much. Drop your comments in there. Let me know where you're watching this from. And also, guys, I finally fixed the stream. I was wondering why, the comments weren't showing up after the video was live. So that's all fixed. I'm glad. I hope, fingers crossed, because you guys are commenting some crazy, funny stuff. Shout out to everybody watching this live. Hayden Harris. I'm going to read this article really quick. 92% of Kamala Harris's staff left her in the first 3 years as VP. Got to drink that water, guys. I'm sorry. I'm staying hydrated. My buddy let me borrow his e-motorcycle, and I was cruising around today. I love that thing. Anyways, Kamala Harris's office had a staggering 91.5% turnover rate since she became vice president. An investigation from the government watchdog organization Open the Books, OTB, revealed on Monday that 47% of her staff members hired when Harris took office in 2021, only 4 reportedly remaining in her employment as of March 2024. The report comes as Biden's X account announced he will stand down from his re-election campaign and fully support Harris as the new nominee. OTP utilized U.S. Senate disclosures to obtain records from the vice president office, including 2021 and 2024 payrolls. Chaos reigns in vice president staff, wrote OTP founder Adam. Our auditors at Open the Books quantified an extraordinarily high 91.5%. I covered this in an earlier video, but I'd love to get your guys' thoughts, and wait till you see this video. You could see why, man. Furthermore, turnover chaos isn't just getting better. It isn't getting better. In the trailing 12-month period, 24 staffers left. That's almost half of the employees. And today's highlight at the Michigan rally, really highlighted who she is and what she stands for. Let me share this vid and let me get your guys' thoughts. Shout out to everybody commenting. Really appreciate y'all. Let's jump into this video here. And then after this, we're going to talk about white guys for Harris. And then we're going to talk about comics for Harris. We got these campaigns. There's a lot of stuff going around the intro web talking about how Harris's campaign, after seeing the astonishing results from Donald Trump and Aiden Ross's interview, which was a very great, candid interview with Donald Trump and Aiden Ross, Harris's camp is reaching out to streamers and they're offering payment for them to stream Harris because they saw how beneficial it was. But do you think it would be as organic? Because the imagery and the interview with Aiden was fantastic, and it was very candid. Aiden, let me make sure my mic's on. Aiden gifted Trump a Rolex and showed him a wrapped Cybertruck, which was super cool. Let's get in this interview. Protesters attempt to interrupt Harris at the Michigan rally. Let's check this out.
And please do check out Project 2025, because I'm telling you.
First off, And please check out Project 2025. Why is she doing that? What?
And please do check out Project 2025. Because I'm telling you, it is a plan. It is a plan to weaken America's middle class. Project 2025, if he is elected.
Watch this.
It's all good.
He's unwinding.
It's all good. I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. I am speaking now.
Look at her face.
So Project 20.
To go back really quick, and then we're gonna continue to play as I promise. To go back to that article that I read, there was a previous article that I read that she was cursing at staff. She didn't want staff to look at her. She didn't want interns to look at her when she walked in. Crazy stuff. Reminds me of J-Lo. I never met J-Lo, but I heard some similar things about J-Lo. But J-Lo is a lot prettier than Kamala Harris.
2025. Look, if he is elected, Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Bro. Meltdown. Look at her face. She couldn't hold it together.
Want Donald Trump to win crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Thanks for watching.
Bro. Unhinged. What do you guys think about that? Wow. Her face says it all.
Despite us.
Her face says it all. Let's I'm gonna jump into this Eddie Griffin. Some of you youngsters might not know about Eddie Griffin, but he was a comedian.
Right on the line.
And this is Eddie Griffin reviewing the phone call with Taja B. Henson.
Right on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me
You're lying. You out in the streets. Oh, so all of a sudden you black again because it's election season. They need it. So, I'm out in these streets. What streets are you in? Huh? What streets? You out in the streets with your white husband, huh? The streets. Yeah. Because you harder than still getting harder. Madam VP, you understand me? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm out in these streets. You know what I mean? I'm a hustler, supreme. I'm in the streets, goddammit. I'm hitting the pavement, agitating the gravel. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking rocks like them.
streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
No, they not.
Yeah, look at They not like us. Kendrick, kick her in the head. Kick in the head for even using your guys. They not like you. Ain't like us either. Well, how about that? Hold on. They will take anything for and use it as a slogan to try to get them votes. Well, then they try to this black out and turn her into a nigga again. You know, that's how he won last time. Got the black vote because they got the black woman. But this, she ain't black at all. I don't know what she is, but she ain't no nigga. I know that much. Yeah, you know, she got a white husband because you know she's so black. She's so down with us that she married a white boy. Like a majority of these mayors and female senators that are black, all of them got white husbands. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Now,
despite a sabotaged album
jump
release,
into,
along with major competition from the.
Now we're gonna jump into this cringe interview with Ben Stiller, Comics for Kamala. Yo, Ben Stiller, man, was once criticized for doing that movie Tropic Thunder, classic film, by the way. How many of y'all like Tropic Thunder? Robert Downey Jr. He was criticized, and he's probably trying to get back in with the folks of the Democratic Party, and now he's doing comics for Kamala.
What's happened in the last couple of weeks, just the turning of the tide, and that, you know, Vice President Harris can actually win this thing if we all just rally around and really take advantage of this incredible energy that's happening. And, you know, I want just a decent person in the White House, you know, a person who cares about democracy more than themselves, who doesn't lie.
As presumptive Democratic nominee Kamala Harris.
Biden has said,
oh man, I gotta find the right one. That ain't the one I wanted to show y'all. That ain't the one. Let me see. I should have had it set up.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Probably another fun.
If you stick.
Here we go. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. See if I can find it real quick. I thought I had it set up, but that's the world. Hold on. That's the world of lives. I thought I had the right video set up. My bad. Here we go.
Woman president. She's Indian, she's black, she's everything. You can be more than one thing. It's incredible. I'm Jewish and Irish. I wish I was black.
What? I'm Jewish, I'm Irish. I wish I was black. What? What are you talking about, man? Then I came across this hilarious skit from Awaken with JP. Shout out to Awaken with JP. Here we go.
I'm white, I'm a dude, and I'm for Harris.
Over the last few years, I've been thinking a lot about men.
In the marginalized communities that educate me every single day, that this is a constant education for all of us.
Hi, we're the guys that organize the white dudes for Kamala Zoom calls. She is a black woman
She is, and I apologize that he used the term guys.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That did sound a little toxic.
We're the ones who chose the male gender to organize the calls. Black power.
Hello, welcome. I'd like to start this call off with a joke. As white dudes for Kamala, what do our wives tell us when we have two black eyes? Nothing, because she's already told us twice.
I already told you it was my fault.
Oh, that's just a joke.
Doesn't feel like a joke. Kamala represents the party of inclusivity.
And that's important because the only thing that's going to save
How many of y'all follow JP, man?
our democracy is more diversity.
And Brett Pella.
Which is why our calls are for white men only.
No melanin.
Their calls are for white men only. It's
And allowed.
Because we all know Trump is a racist, we have to support Kamala.
Now, as we begin, there's just a few things to remember. Number one, this call is for whites only. Two, as strong men, it's okay to cry at any time during this call. In fact, it's encouraged. Three, let's check our white privilege. Okay. And number four, let's use our white privilege to prop up the oppressed black community that we don't allow on this call. We need to take it upon ourselves to elevate them out of their oppression by speaking for them rather than letting them speak for themselves. That's what the blacks want. We're white.
We're white.
Kamala 2024. It's refreshing to have a gathering of all whites.
I really love it. It's enjoyable. It feels almost safer.
Yeah, this kind of thing had fallen out of style for some reason.
You know, in the olden days, they used to do this type of thing all the time.
Well, actually, in those gatherings, sometimes they would allow women, but we don't allow them either.
True, unless that woman has a penis, which means what we're doing should be much more effective than what they used to do. Trump is like Hitler, okay? Say it with me. Trump is like Hitler. Good. Could use a little more energy out of you, Jeff.
Whenever we have the privilege to meet in person, we have a special White Dudes for Kamala secret handshake we do. It's awesome.
No,
it's nice to be connected to so many people that
we do. It's awesome.
You, Jeff.
Whenever we have the privilege to meet in person, we have a special White Dudes for Kamala secret handshake we do. It's awesome.
It's nice to be connected to so many people that represent what men are supposed to be.
As with most White Dudes for Kamala, I've never had a black friend before.
I've never even met one.
I've actually never seen one, but Kamala changed all that for us. Did you know that Kamala is from Africa?
Okay, so what we're going to cook today is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, India, right, is a country inside of a bigger country, called Africa. As a white man, I can confirm that all black people view Kamala as an accurate representation of black culture.
You know, I had always heard rumors that black people speak a little bit differently with some kind of accent, but that turns out to be totally incorrect because Kamala sounds like a normal white person.
Except when she's in Atlanta.
And you all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024.
Damn, dog, she know what's up.
She out dropping bars in the shizzle.
Oh,
damn, dog, she know what's up.
You sound just like that Kamala.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. And I'd just like to end this call by saying we love Kamala. Thank you for being on. Enjoy menstruating for the rest of your day. And we would just like to remind you how important it is to vote for Kamala in 2024, because together we can unburden what has been by creating more burden about what will be.
And what will be then unburdened of the burden that was originally burdensome by the burdens that were once unburdened.
Can you imagine?
Fantastic skit, JP and Brett Pella. Fantastic. In my previous stream, I had mentioned some stuff about Kevin O'Leary, which we'll get into here in a minute. Let me just back out of here.
Despite a sabotaged album release along with major competition from the Super Bowl halftime headline.
What is playing? Just plays. All right. So then we're going to jump into, let's jump into Elon. Shout out to Elon. Elon's doing a live with Donald Trump on Monday via X. Is this going to be Trump's return to X? I don't know.
No comparison. I mean, who do you want dealing with some of the toughest people and other world leaders who are pretty tough themselves?
Hey guys, I'm off the grid for August, but Elon Musk is still fighting the good.
Since I am interviewing Donald Trump,
cool.
You want to stop by?
Yeah, sure. I'll stop in.
There was tragically an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. After this, you tweeted that you endorse him. What's your philosophy behind that endorsement? What do you hope Donald Trump does for the future of this country and for the future of humanity?
People tend to take, like, say, an endorsement as, well, I agree with everything that person has ever done their entire life 100% wholeheartedly. And that's not going to be true of anyone. But we have to pick, we've got two choices really for who's president. And it's not just who's president, but the entire administrative structure changes over. And I thought Trump displayed courage under fire, objectively. He's just got shot. He's got blood streaming down his face, and he's like fist pumping, saying "fight." Like that's impressive. Like you can't feign bravery in a situation like that. Like most people would be ducking. There would not be, because it could be a second shooter. You don't know. The president of the United States got to represent the country, and they're representing you. They're representing everyone in America. Well, like you want someone who is strong and courageous to represent the country.
I agree with that 100%. Strong and courageous to represent the country. What about you guys?
That's not to say that he is without flaws. We all have flaws. But on balance, and certainly at the time, it was a choice of, Biden, poor guy, has trouble climbing a flight of stairs. And the other one's fist pumping after getting shot. It's just no comparison. I mean, who do you want dealing with some of the toughest people and other world leaders who are pretty tough themselves? And I'll tell you, like, what are the things that I think are important? I think we want a secure border. We don't have a secure border. We want safe and clean cities. I think we want to reduce the amount of spending that we're, at least slow down the spending. Because we're currently spending at a rate that is bankrupting the country. The interest payments on U.S. debt this year exceeded the entire Defense Department spending. If this continues, all of the federal government taxes will simply be paying the interest. And you keep going down that road, and you end up, in the tragic situation that Argentina had back in the day. Argentina used to be one of the most prosperous places in the world. And hopefully with Milei taking over, he can restore that. But it was an incredible fall from grace for Argentina to go from being one of the most prosperous places in the world to
Elon dropping bombs. I'm excited for the interview on Monday. I think it's going to be streamed. I think it's going to be streamed live on Monday on X. Let's jump into what else we got here. Got one more thing to show you guys, and then I'm outro. We got white dudes for Kamala. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to drop into this Kevin O'Leary video that I said that I was going to mention in my previous stream. So I'm going to jump into that right now.
with.
Oh, did you guys didn't hear
We're
it?
friends, so I called them up and say, hey.
Oh man, it was on mute. My bad, guys. My bad. Sorry.
Tim Walz's ticket, all right? Heard very little about an economic plan under Kamala Harris, Tim Walz's ticket, all right? So here's what we found. Wall Street Journal going back to late July. A lot of things can change, right? Trump had a clear advantage.
Sorry about that, guys. It was on mute. My bad. It's late. This is my last stream. And your boy's a little tired. But I wanted to get this out to you guys.
Advantage right now on who is best able to handle the economy by 12 points, 52 to 40. Fox Business headline, Kamala Harris's campaign website has no economic plans. We were just going through it again to the commercial break. It's a bio about her, and it's a bio about her. There is no tab for issues.
It's intentional. She has no intention of putting any policy out there until this convention's over. I'm a very fortunate guy because I'm an investor, and for decades I've been syndicating debt, primarily for real estate. Some of her closest advisors are people I work with in finance. And we're friends. So I called them up and say, hey, listen, you want to talk about policy here? And they said, listen, everything's working right now. We're going to strong arm the press on policy. We don't need to do anything.
Wait. What's everything's working?
The momentum's crazy. The press she's getting right now, she's sucking.
Her campaign.
The campaign.
Okay.
The campaign is working.
Okay.
And there's no reason to sit down with any journalist and talk policy right now because we're in the euphoric stage. They think they can raise up to $300 million before this before this whole thing's that's going to happen over the weekend is over. So that's extraordinary amount of money. Then it's time to talk policy. Then it's time to go to the center. Then it's time to talk about border.
All right. So are they telling you where she stands?
No, they're just saying, listen, we don't worry about this right now. We don't have a problem. No problem here, Houston. We're just raising dough. And you got to hand it to her. They're now talking within that campaign about a path to winning that they didn't even see 8 days ago.
Yesterday, Joe Biden was not seen, heard, or even mentioned over the entire.
Well, Nancy Pelosi was. She's going to use the Infrastructure Act to put his head on Mount Rushmore. That's the way I'm looking at it.
On night one, we believe in Chicago, Joe Biden will make his speech, and then he is off the stage.
I get it. I don't think the focus of the Democratic Party, while they're very thankful about Biden and respectful, is worried about any of that anymore. There's a hell of a race going on here in the next 97 days.
I think the delegates are all in on this, and they're
I don't think you can call this.
the past behind
You
them.
can't call it for anybody anymore because it's going to be so chaotic. There are some issues, though, regarding the way, if you go, I'm a bit of a wonk on policy and a historian. The incumbents in Britain, in Canada, in France are all getting whacked because they couldn't marry policy with executional skills. And that is Harris's risk, because I'd argue she was the deciding vote for the infrastructure.
Correct.
Well, you remember that whole
The
act
Inflation
around
Reduction
Inflation Reduction Act. That's the reason we have inflation. So Trump will pin that on her. Going to pin the border on her on executional skills. Going to pin defunding the police. Going to pin no fracking on energy. These are tough things that you have to recuse yourself from somehow in defining a new role for America to get to the center. Everybody agrees on both sides. The country's gone to the middle. So she can't stay left. Everybody's waiting to hear what she can do on policy. And then they will go nuts on executional skills.
We'll see if she moderates her position on anything.
I guarantee you she will. I guarantee you she will.
Thank you, Kevin. Nice
You
to
got
see
it.
you.
Really interesting.
What do you guys think? Kevin O'Leary dropping some info. Shout out to white men for Harris. Shout out to JP again. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you. Drop your comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really, truly appreciate it. And excuse the malfunctions. Come on, guys. It's late for me. Anyways, this is the last stream for the evening. Drop your comments down below. Smash that like button. Hit the notifications. Hit subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Until then, I'll see you on the next one.